Wojnarowski, Denver Nuggets forward Michael Porter Jr., has agreed on a 5-year designated max extension that could be worth up to $207 million, his agent Mark Bartelstein of the Priority Sports tells ESPN. "I'll only get vaccinated if y'all throw me the Supermax." Supervax. Denver's owner woke up one day a couple years ago and said, "Fuck it, I'm spending everything." Well, the owner was already a billionaire when he married one of the Walton family, so yeah. He got that Walmart money, so he ain't hurting. Still crazy that Ballmer is still way more wealthier than him, lol. I just looked it up. Stan Kroenke and his wife and Walton Kroenke combined are worth around $20 billion. Steve Ballmer's net worth reportedly just exceeded $100 billion. JFC, that kind of wealth is literally inconceivable. And you still couldn't get Stan to do jack shit for Arsenal. Isn't that the Kroenke's biggest money maker, or is it the Rams? Weird how they wouldn't spend on it. His son runs the Nuggets and he's a huge basketball fan. While Stan might only care about money, I think his son is actually invested in winning. It seems like Josh is getting more involved with Arsenal, which lines up with the big increase in spending this summer. About 5 years too late. Maybe he can buy Jaylen Brown a car for his birthday. Is there something on Jaylen Brown I missed? Him and Jamal had a wholesome tweet exchange talking about buying his first car in 6 years or something. Then Jamal said he was broke. "Bruh, let me be broke like you." What if he's actually broke and outspending the old Iverson, lol? Iverson didn't wash clothes. He just wore them once and bought new ones. Who wears new clothes before washing them? Core locked up. Hopefully Murray returns to at least 90% of himself this season, so we can see what they can really do. Not even just the core locked up, but we've also locked up our primary bench pieces, Monty Morris and PJ Dozier. We've got control of the majority of our future draft picks, and we still have intriguing young talent like Bol, Bones Highland, and Zeke Naji. Tim Connolly still has all the firepower to swing for a huge trade without even having to touch one of Murray, Jokic, or MPJ. Edit, a Nuggets package of Aaron Gordon, Monty Morris, multiple firsts, pick swaps, and young assets like Bones Highland or Zeke Naji is as good as if not better than what Houston got for Harden or New Orleans got for Drew Holiday. 2 corrections. A. PJ isn't locked up, though I wish he were. He is set to be a FA next summer. Not sure if RFA or not. B. We don't have our 23 or 25 picks due to obtaining RJ Hampton for a future first and then pairing him with another future first to get Gordon. Kroenke's put their money where their mouth is. Smith Rowe and Saka gonna be asking for the max too. Raise Ramsdale and Tommy while you're on it. Anti-vax Katie got paid. Kevin Durant. Why do they call you QD? Can I call you QD? Very happy for MPJ. He's grown a ton since his time at Mizzou and has put in the work. From questions about even being drafted and never playing again to this is pretty special. Hope he continues to get better and better. Was looking for the Mizzou comment. MPJ news is always so bittersweet. He was going to absolutely make our team, but, obviously we can't blame him at all, but that doesn't ease the pain of hearing the sad wheeze of the air getting sucked out of the 2017 balloon. Just simply watching him in warm-ups at the black and gold game before his back got really bad before the Iowa State game had me insanely hyped. Never seen a guy look like that before in college with that kind of freakish athleticism at that size. Probably Blake Griffin when OU visited, but that's it. That Mizzou team did well, but I think it was probably Final Four bound with a healthy MPJ. More like 5-year 168 unless he gets an All-NBA team or MVP or something, which would make him fully worth the 5-year 207. I'm fine with it, especially because he's a tradable contract for a better star who wants out in the future. Plus the Nuggets have proven themselves to be great in the draft. I expect them to have no problems picking up assets there to fill in the gaps or to trade for cheap vets. The main problem the Nuggets have had is having too many solid rotation guys, Beasley, for example, and not enough slots. Small market team with best championship window potentially in franchise history has to hold on to their talented young guys and get them signed to A, keep them around, or B, designate value to be traded. It's great and Nuggets fans are stoked, let's go. Exactly, the Nuggets had to make this move. Even if it's an overpay in 3 years, you gotta go for it. Let's fucking go Nuggets. Big Four locked up. Hope they all get healthy for many playoff runs. The deterioration of the Melo Nuggets probably helped them pay this time around. Melo demanding a trade instead of just leaving a year later directly got them Jamal Murray. I know it probably still stings, but the way Melo did it helped the Nuggets a ton. God bless Melo even if he never wins a ring. What I expect Kevin Knox to get as well. Yeah, Mike. Love it, finally spending the money needed to be a winning team. Bet he becomes an all-star this year. Everyone should stop freaking out. It's up to 207M, which means he needs to hit certain incentives like all NBA/All-Star teams. I wish we knew the exact specific of the contract and incentives. Thankfully, the existence of SFs and PFs like LeBron, AD, Kawhi, Paul George, Luka, Giannis, Tatum, etc. will help make MPJ hitting those marks unlikely. If he's going to hit it this year would be his most likely bet, with Murray slated to miss a majority of the regular season. My guy might average 20 plus on 50/40/85 splits and still not make all NBA just because of the current talent in the league. Will it interesting cause Kawhi won't get it? Guys like LeBron, AD, Paul George, KD, and Zion feel like the mostly lock-sparing injury. That still leaves one spot though. Luka could be considered any position 1 to 3 really, and maybe AD would be considered a C2. So I'd bet MPJ in the mix along with Ingram, Butler, Randall, Wiggins, Clay, Kendall Johnson, Tatum, Brown, Siakam, Grant. Well, I forgot Giannis too, so pretty unlikely MPJ makes it. If Wiggins makes an All-NBA team, I will buy an Andrew Wiggins jersey. Oh boy. Doesn't have much choice, but oh boy. I didn't realize second contracts could go that high. Lamau. TBF, this sounds like there are significant incentives that mean he only gets this if he stays healthy. Max rookie end tensions get bigger every year, NBA money is crazy. That luxury tax bill is gonna hit them like a freight train. Going to hit their owner. Goddamn, get that money MPJ. Hopefully they made getting vaccinated a literal contractual obligation. He's not getting the 30% max, but I'm surprised he was able to even negotiate the possibility. If he has no chance of making all NBA, then it's no harm for them to offer it, and if he does, then he'd theoretically be worth it, so why not, I guess? Congratulations to MPJ. Looking forward to his success in vaccination syringe. That's a lot of fucking money. Let's fucking go. Thank God. Had to be done.
I doubt he makes the All-NBA team for at least a few years if he does make one, so it's a great deal for Denver.
Great deal for MPJ too. Great move. Might be an overpay, but you have to lock down young talent in this league, and Porter's ceiling is super high. Regardless, I am so glad he was able to overcome the back injuries, and kudos to the Nuggets for taking a flyer on him in 2018 at 14 overall with all of the uncertainties. Us Bulls fans really wanted him. Yeah, Mike. God, I cannot wait for this next season. Already got tickets for the Bucks-Nuggets game on Black Friday. One of my favorite players to watch on offense. I think he's definitely worth the extension. He's not a max guy emo. I know this is an unpopular opinion and will be downvoted, but for talent, injury, and off-the-court concerns, I think this will age poorly. Edit, BTW, it'll only be 172 fifths because there's no chance he gets all NBA this season, but that's still so much money. Remind me. 2 years. But the Nuggets had to give him the max. Just like how we have to give Ayton the max and we have to give Michael 22 plus. That's why we drafted Bagley. Wanted to avoid having to pay him the max. Chess, not checkers. Vivek once again outsmarts them all. Before the overpay comments, tell me the alternatives to not paying him and what star is going to a small market. Increasingly Nugget and increasingly happy. We got ourselves a squad. Built, not bought. I'm so happy to be a Nuggets fan. RN. Is this the same guy with the damaged spine that the Sixers could have picked, but instead picked a local boy who then got traded for a guy who are a peanut and died? You bet your ass it is. Greatest leap of faith in modern times from the Nuggets here. People said the same about Jokic and Murray though. According to r/NBA, when talking about Ayton, this is a shit deal for the Nuggets. I mean, why would you want to give a max to guy who is assisted on 80% of his shots? Don't y'all know that players who catch passes before scoring aren't actually good scorers? In all seriousness, great drafting by the Nuggets. They now have their core for the next half decade, hope they can put together a healthy run. This will be more than worth it if MPJ can stay healthy. We have to be headed towards a lockout soon. MPJ is getting 172 million guaranteed and he hasn't even played 172 NBA games yet. The amount of risk these owners are taking on is pretty insane for players you aren't even 100% sure are all NBA caliber players. Zion hasn't played 172 games either, but every team in the league would give him $172 million without a second thought. Dame feels a bit soon, but gotta love that Denver is showing their players. Hope it pays dividends for them and works out. Nuggets getting a chip. Now all we need is for Murray to come back healthy and we good. LFG Nuggets. They're winning a title sometime in this decade. I'ma say 2024 or 2025. One title and it's also ducking worth it. Glad he got the bag after his injuries. Holy shit, we eating Gucci now. This is what small markets gotta do to keep their young stars. Hope MPJ keeps developing into the star he can be. Anyone that thinks he isn't worth a max doesn't watch the Nuggets. Elite shooter who's way better than just catch and shoot, hits tough shots, can punish mismatches, good rebounder and weak side shot blocker and still very young. That's a lot of money. If we don't give him the max, MPJ walks and Nuggets get clowned. MPJ signs the max, Nuggets clown for paying him too much. The Nuggets are in a great position now and moving forward. Let's up Murray comes back and eventually returns to full strength. 5 years, 207 mil and 2 vaccine shots. COVID didn't really hurt NBA economy after all. Wowzers. I mean, good bet, keep your core together and they getting his prime years, but holy shit, that is a lot of money. Maxed and vaxxed LFG. That's a lot of money to get someone vaccinated. As a championship potential team, I feel they had to do this and show Jokic they'll spend to keep him a competitive roster. Considering his production after Murray went down, can't say I'm surprised. Hopefully he lives up to the dollar.